Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of my Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020 series with the New Hampshire Wildcats. It is time for postseason play as we get ready for the Conference S tournament where we will take on Norfolk State in the first round. We played Norfolk State about a month ago and we lost that one 69-62. If we take a quick look at the box score from that one, you can see Nolan Fanning led us 17 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Toby McGadney with 12 points, 10 rebounds. And then we had a couple players with 7, Howell, Hawkins, and Gamble. And for Norfolk State, they were led by Harrington, who had 16 points, and Bibby with a double-double, 13 points, and 12 rebounds. So they will be our first round matchup. We come into, let's take a look at the standings. So they come in Norfolk State. The Warriors come into this game 9-7 in the conference, 13-14 overall, on a 2-game losing streak, 6-4 in their last 10. We come in 14-13 overall, so a better record overall, but 7-9 in the conference. Very drastic home and road splits. We are 11-2 at home, but only 3-11 on the road. We did win our last game, which was over Hartford, an upset there. We are 5-5 in our last 10. So let's jump in and let's get to it. So we're going to play through this. I don't know what the off season looks like because I have never played through a full season, so we'll kind of learn that together. Hopefully we won't learn it here and we'll win this first game, and we'll just sort of see have to see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get this one started. We're going to switch this to AI control, let the AI run things for us. Let's jump in. So starting for the Warriors will be Michael Smith and Maurice Mickens in the backcourt. Mark Harrington, AJ Bibby, and Brett Silva will be up front as their 3 forwards for us. Nolan Fanning, Toby McGadney start in the backcourt. Howell and Gooden are our forwards, and Rodney Hawkins is our man in the middle. Let's go to tip-off. And let's get this one started. So we win the tip. Miss our turn it over on our first possession. Get it back though. Gooden scores the first bucket of the game to put us up 2-0. Offensive rebound for Norfolk State, and they drill a 3 to take a 3-2 lead. Another bucket for Howell as he gets on the board, gets off early here. McGadney scores, make it 6-5 UNH, a couple minutes in. Norfolk State scores, we turn it over again. Get the ball back. Get an offensive rebound. Miss another shot. Norfolk State down up by 1 with an opportunity to extend that lead a little bit. They're not able to. We miss a shot, get another offensive rebound, turn the ball over again. 7-6 here, 5 minutes into the game. Rodney Hawkins with his first bucket puts us up by a point. Another offensive rebound, another missed shot for us. 8-7 here early on. Harrington with 4, Mickens with 3 for Norfolk State. McGadney with 5, Howell with 4, and Hawkins with a pair for us. It's now 11-9 UNH. Still a 2-point Wildcat lead. We have the ball now. And 3-pointer drilled by Gooden. He's got 3 points and 4 rebounds here early on. We have a 5-point lead and the ball. Another 3-pointer, this time by Pinckney. We're up 8. Norfolk State comes back and gets a bucket there. We get another bucket to cut that lead to 4 really quickly. Get the ball back again and hit another bucket. It's now a 6-0 run. 3-point play by Hawkins puts us back up 5 midway through the first half. Stringer gets the putback. UNH ball up 3. Hawkins with 5 points and a rebound in this one. Couple of missed shots there for UNH, but we get it right back. Another turnover. Too many turnovers for the Wildcats as McGadney drills a 3. Or excuse me, that was Howell who hit a 3. 5-point lead for us. 7 minutes left in the first half. Howell, 7 points, 2 rebounds here early on. Nolan Fanning with a 3-pointer puts us up 8. Harrington hits a 3 of his own to cut the lead to 5. Howell scores again. They hit another 3 to cut the lead to 4. Stennett hits a bucket to put us back up 6 with 4 minutes left in half number 1. Shot missed. Rebound taken down by Norfolk State. They get a bucket there. Bibby with 7 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. Offensive rebound by McGadney. Couple of missed shots by UNH. Turnover by Norfolk State. Another missed shot. Gooden goes to the line, makes 1 out of 2. Put us up 5 with 2 minutes left to go. Another turnover by UNH. That's 4 here in the first half. Missed shot. Norfolk State takes it back. They miss it. We get another opportunity as we're down under a minute. Missed jumper by Pinckney. Another turnover by Norfolk State. UNH working the clock down to 10 seconds. Bucket there made by Hawkins. Norfolk State with the shot at the buzzer is no good. And we go into halftime up 7 here on the Warriors. So really well-rounded first half by our guys. Howell, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Hawkins with 7 points, 2 rebounds on the inside. McGadney shot still not falling. He's 2 of 8 from the floor, 5 points, 3 rebounds, and a couple of blocks. Gooden with 4 points and 5 rebounds, and Fanning hit 1 bucket, a 3-pointer. Pinckney hit a 3 off the bench. Stennett with a bucket as well. Brown and Gamble played but did not score. On the other side for Norfolk State, they were led by Stringer off the bench. He was 4 of 4 from the floor, 8 points. Bibby and Harrington each with 7. Bibby 7 points, 7 rebounds. Mickens hit a 3-pointer. Silva had a free throw, and that does it for Norfolk State scoring. Points in the paint, Norfolk State leads us 10-6. Second chance points, they had 5, we had none. And there was nary a fast break point in that first half. So very slow going first half, but that's fine. We shot 13 of 33 from the field, 39%, 5 of 9 from behind the three-point line, and 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Norfolk State was 11 of 27, shooting 40%. They were only 3 of 14 from behind the three-point line, and they were 1 of 2 from the line. They out-rebounded us 19-9. We turned the ball over 4 times. Norfolk State turned it over 9. So we got to continue to take advantage of turnovers on the part of Norfolk State. So let's get to a second half action and see if we can't close this one out. Norfolk State gets the ball first, and then we just come right back and drill a 3-pointer as Howell hits that one. Norfolk State scores to put us up 8. We get the ball back, hit a bucket to go down 6. Another missed shot. We get it right back, though. 3-pointer by Howell again. He's got 15 points. Chris Howell does in this game. 7-point game as Norfolk State gets a bucket back on their end. Another 3-pointer, this time by McGadney, puts us up 10. Couple of free throws by Harrington, cuts it to 8. Ward Mascow makes 1 out of 2, and then Gooden goes right back to the line and makes 2 more. 11-point lead for UNH with the ball. Wildcats looking for a good shot here. Turn the ball over. Get it back, though, on a missed 3-pointer. Gooden with another offensive rebound. That's 5 offensive rebounds for Gooden as he hits both free throws. Ward Mascow comes down and lays it in, and we're all of a sudden up 14. 16-point lead as Hawkins picks up his 9th point. 13:45 left to go. 16-point UNH lead. Dawson hits a 3 to cut the lead to 13. Couple of free throws made by Cordell Gamble. Couple of free throws made on Norfolk State's end. We come back and Jason Brown drills a bucket, put us up 14. Pinckney comes down, lays it up, and then extends the lead to 16. We get it right back, and one for Gooden gives him 12 on the game. And all of a sudden, we're up 22. Norfolk State hits a 3 to get it down to 19, but we get it back, turn it over. And it's now down to 16 as Norfolk State trails 64-48 midway through the second half. Couple of missed shots on both ends. Norfolk State on a quick 6-0 run here to get the lead to 14. That's a 3-point play. That's a 9-0 run to cut it to 11. There's an and one by Ward Mascow, who's now got 5. Norfolk State cuts the lead to 12 with 7.5 left. Get the ball back. Missed the shot. We get it. They get it back after a missed opportunity to cut the lead to 10 with 6 minutes left. Norfolk State looking to get back into this one, down 8 with under 6 minutes left to go now, as Fanning hits a shot to extend the lead back to 10. We're down under 5 minutes. We have a 10-point lead and the ball. Four-minute mark, UNH basketball. As a 3-pointer is drilled by Pinckney to put us up 13. That's 8 points off the bench for Pinckney. 3 minutes left. UNH with a 16-point lead as Fanning hits a 3-pointer. There's a bucket by Howell, who's just had a monster game. 17 points for Howell. The lead's back up to 21, as that should just about do it. Wildcats with a 20-point lead here. Howell with 19. Norfolk State puts a little pressure on. Bucket there by Howell, and Howell with a season-high 21 points in this one for the Wildcats. And the final score from Norfolk State is the UNH Wildcats 84, Norfolk State 69. Huge win by the Wildcats. So let's take a quick look at the box score. So huge offensive second half. We put up 51 points. So Howell with just a great game for him. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 3 of 4 from behind the arc. Just absolutely a monster game for him. Hawkins with 12 points, 4 rebounds. Gooden, 12 points, 8 rebounds, including 5 offensive. Toby McGadney, again, struggled with the shot a bit, 8 points, but he filled up that box score. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 block shots, and a steal. Fanning, 11 points, 3 of 5 from behind the arc, 6 assists off the bench. Pinckney with a great game, 8 points, 2 steals in 10 minutes. Wade Mascow scored 6 points in only 8 minutes, hit a couple of buckets, and was 2 of 3 from the line. Gamble, Stinnett, and Brown all with a bucket for the Wildcats for Norfolk State. They were led by Mickens, who had 20 points. Bibby and Harrington each had 11. Bibby added 9 rebounds. They got 5 points from Stringer off the bench. He was 5 of 5 from the field. Silva and Bryant each with 5. Smith with a bucket. Benham with a bucket. And Dawson hit a 3. So points in the paint switched in that second half. We ended up with the advantage, 24-22. Norfolk State, 10 second champ points to our 5. And we had 6 fast break points in that second half. Team shooting was one of our best shooting games of the year. We shot 47% from the field, 31 of 66. We were 50% from behind the arc, 11 of 22, and 11 of 13 from the line. Norfolk State shot almost 50% from the field, 28 of 57. They were only 7 of 26 from behind the arc, though, and 6 of 7 from the line. Rebounds were even. We turned the ball over 11 times. They turned it over 20. So we took advantage of some sloppy ball handling on the part of Norfolk State to advance to the second round of the Conference S tournament play. You see Bowie's Creek beat High Point. Hartford beat Hanover. Kansas City beat... Who did Kansas City beat that went away before I could look? Kansas City beat Louisiana Monroe. So we move on to... We're going to be playing Idaho State in the second round. Take a look at their scouting report. Idaho State comes in 14-13. So again, we look to have the edge here. They were 14-13 on the season, but 11-5 in the post or in the conference. So they outscored us. They gave up a lot more points per game as well. Better shooting team. Rebounds are about even. Everything else is about even. Matt Baker is their leading scorer, 14 points a game, 6 rebounds in the middle. So let's take a look at their team stats real quick. Idaho State and the Tigers. Matt Baker, 14 points, 6 rebounds, almost 3 assists, almost 3 steals. A really solid player, shooting 50% from the field. Virgil Worley, shooting 46%, averaging 13.5 a game. Kenyon Warren, 8.6 points. Justin Slocum, 7.4. Don Hall, 7.5 off the bench. Favors, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Brandon Ware is hurt, but he'll play more than likely. 5.6. Boney Clancy, 5.5, and then Sarath Mitchell averaging 3, and then everybody else at about a point, or anywhere from a point to 2 points per game. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and let's just save. All right, so we are going to be taking on Idaho State in our last game. Make sure it was the only time we played them. Yeah, they lit us up. 79-61 was the final score the last time these two teams played. Baker was an animal, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. They had a couple players off the bench in double figures, but really it was all about Baker. For us, Fanning led the way with 14 points, McGadney 11 points, 8 rebounds, Goodenhead 6 and 8, Howell had 7 and 6, and off the bench Brown didn't score, but he had 7 rebounds. So let's hope for a better performance here. So we actually come in with a better record, even though they were much better in the conference. So let's go ahead and sim ahead. So starting lineups, starting with Idaho State, Virgil Worley, Justin Slocum in the backcourt, Brandon Wayne and Maurice Favors are their forwards, and Matt Baker is their center. For us, same lineup as we've had all year. Fanning and McGadney in the backcourt, Howell, Gooden, and Hawkins up front. So let's go to tip-off, and let's get this one started. Gonna have to do a job on Baker here today in order to have any shot at this. They score first. Getting a second chance opportunity here early on, and Worley hits a 3 to put them up 5 early on. Idaho State up 5. We have the ball. Unable to score here a couple minutes in. Couple of missed opportunities there. 0 for 4 from the field here early on. We get our first bucket of the game there from Chris Howell. Hawkins with a bucket to get us within 3. Turnover there, and Maurice Favors lays it in to put Idaho State up 5. Shots aren't falling here early on as we're down 9-4. Make that 12-4 as Worley hits another 3. Another missed shot by us. And there's a bucket by McGadney to cut the lead to 6. Slocum hits a bucket there. Couple of missed opportunities for us. 3 turnovers and 3 of 12 shooting here early on, and we're down 8. Not a good offensive start for us. Which is quite Quite a change from our round one matchup where we shot really, really well. There we go. We get an and one from Pinckney to cut the lead to 7, but then they come right back and score to extend it to 9. Pinckney with another bucket. Make 1 out of 2 free throws to extend the lead to 8. We hit a pair of free throws to cut it back down to 6, though. Jason Brown, the freshman, who we're expecting big things out of next year. Smith with a bucket to extend it to 8. 5 of 18 shooting here for us in this one. They are 9 of 20 as they extend their lead to 13. This is no good. A 15-point lead, a 17-point lead with 6 minutes left. Make that a 19-point lead as we are getting run out of the gym here in Idaho. We trail by 15 points with 4.5 left to go in the first half. Three-pointer there by Warren. We get a bucket back to make it 35-19, and now it's 38-19 as Worley hits a 3. We just can't stop them defensively. They're shooting 50% from the field. They're 5 of 10 from behind the three-point line as McGadney hits a 3 to cut it to 14. 16-point lead. Down to 14 as Pinckney scores his 7th point, back up to 16. A couple of free throws there made by Brown. And we go into halftime trailing by 14, 42-28. Not what we were looking for, but let's take a look at the first half stats. We were led by Toby McGadney, who had 9 points, 4 rebounds. Pinckney with 7 points off the bench. Brown added 4 free throws and 3 rebounds. Fanning had 4. Hawkins and Howell each with a bucket. Howell coming off a 21-point game, having a disappointing matchup here tonight. 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field. On the other side, Worley leads the way with 12. He's got 4 3-pointers. Done a nice job on Baker. He's only got 4 points. He's 0 of 4 from the field, but everybody else is hurting us. Mitchell with 6 points off the bench. Clancy with 5. Baker and Favors each with 4. Slocum's got 6. We're 11 of 32 shooting, 1 of 9 from behind the three-point line, and we are 5 of 5 from the free throw line. They are 16 of 35, 45% from the field, 5 of 11 from behind the three-point line, and only 5 of 10 from the line. Rebounds are about even, 20-19. We've turned the ball over 7 times, and Idaho State has turned it over only 3. So we're going to need a big second half to get back into this one. We do start with the ball, and we get a bucket early on as Hawkins scores to cut the lead to 12. They get one right back. Lead is at 12, a minute and a half into the second half. There's another bucket by Hawkins to get it to within 10. We have it back down 10, down 8 as Hawkins goes in for an and 1, and it's a 7-point game. We get the ball back down by 7. Bucket missed, and Idaho State will take over. They go back up 10. Leads back down to 7 again as McGadney hits a 3-pointer, giving him 12 on the game. Howell with a 3 to cut it to 6. We're down 6, and we have the ball. And there's another bucket by, I think that was by Howell to cut the lead to 4. We get it back. Offensive rebound, and another bucket gets us within 2 as Hawkins scores again. 51-47. 1 out of 2 free throws made by Brown. It's a 3-point lead for Idaho State. We have the ball. It's down to a 1-point game as Gamble scores 51-50. UNH with a chance to take the lead here, unbelievably. And they're not able to. Idaho State misses. Another opportunity for UNH. Nope. Idaho State gets the bucket to go back up 3. They miss a bunny there. We get it back and we score there. And we take the lead as McGadney lays it up and in. Another bucket. We're up 3. 9:39 left to go. We're up by 3. Couple of free throws by Idaho State. Missed the shot there. Idaho State comes back, misses. We get it back. Missed the shot. Idaho State with a chance to retake the lead with 8 minutes left, and they do. Boney Clancy gets a bucket to put them back up by a point. Missed shot, rebound, put back by Brown. We get it right back. Brown with another layup, and we're back up 3. Idaho State misses. UNH ball up by 3 with 6.5 left to go. Another bucket. We're up 5. An and 1 for Boney Clancy cuts the lead to 2. Turnover there, and Idaho State with a quick 5-0 run to tie the game. Turnover by UNH. We get it right back, though. And there's a bucket by Gamble, puts us back up 2. Idaho State ties it up quickly. Another bucket by Brown, giving him 15 points. The freshman coming out here tonight. Another bucket by Gamble puts us up 4 with 3.5 left to go. 4-point UNH lead. We have the ball. And there's a layup by Hawkins, puts us up 6. We get it right back on the steal. Another bucket by Hawkins puts us up 8. We get the ball back. Another bucket. We're up 10. What a second half performance by the Wildcats as they're now up 7 with a minute left. Fanning hits a couple of free throws. Just got to play solid defense. Couple of free throws there by Hawkins, and we are unbelievably going to walk away from this one with a victory as we come out of nowhere. Howell drills a 3 at the buzzer. We come out of nowhere. We come from 14 down at halftime to win this game going away 81-68. We outscored Idaho State 53-26 in the second half. So stats for UNH led by the freshman. Brown, 15 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. McGadney with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Hawkins with a big second half, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Howell with a big second half as well. He had 2 points in that first half, ends with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Gooden didn't score, but he had 7 rebounds for us. Fanning, 8 points, 8 assists. Pinckney, 7 points. Gamble, 6. Stinnett with 4. On the other side, they were led by Worley, who had 16 points. Baker ended with 14 points, 4 rebounds, but we did a pretty good job on him, eliminating him to 4 of 12 shooting. Clancy with 11 off the bench. Slocum added 9 points, 5 rebounds. Mitchell with 6 off the bench. Favors and Wayne. Favors had 4, Wayne had 3. Warren had 3. Harrison had a bucket, and Hall did not score. Points in the paint, UNH had 26, Idaho State 18. Second chance points, Idaho State had 14 to our 8, and fast break points were pretty much non-existent. We had a couple of fast break buckets, and they had 1. So shooting, we ended up shooting 50% from the field. We were just absolutely on fire in the second half. 33 of 65 shooting, 4 of 15 from behind the arc, and 11 of 12 from the charity stripe. Idaho State ended up shooting 41%, 26 of 62, 6 of 16 from 3, and 10 of 16 from the foul line. We out-rebounded them 36-32. We turned the ball over 10 times. They turned it over 13. So unbelievable second half performance by the Wildcats as they win in round 2. So you can see Sacramento State beat Kansas City. Baltimore beat Hartford, and Bowie Creek won their game. So we are into the conference semifinals where we will take on University of Maryland, Baltimore County. We're going to take a quick look at their team, and then we're going to call it an episode here. So they come in 15-13 in this one, 11-5 in conference play. You can see we are favored again, surprisingly, even though they come in 11-5 and we come in 6-9. So they are led in scoring by Daniel Detmer, 11 points, 7 rebounds. They also have two other players in double figures and a third just outside of double figures. So, pretty close matchup. If we can shoot like we have been, I like our chances. So, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. As always, please leave a like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and until we talk again, everybody take care. Bye bye.